So far, my week is going okay, considering I just had to realize what day it was today. It started off busy, but overall, I would say it's 10 out of 10 right now. Last week was not a fabulous week for me, so I'm going to say this one is on the up and up.
That's good. I mean, I haven't done much besides figure stuff out for this and then rebranding another podcast and then work, so I mean...
Love that.
Yeah. So I kind of figured out that the podcast I was thinking about doing alone,
Yeah.
don't think that would work out well.
Why?
I don't know, I just feel like I need to be able to run off of someone else.
Yeah.
So Jory and I were thinking about doing one.
That's cool.
And so I've been working on like a logo and stuff like that for that one. I put that up yesterday. So updates on that are good. I'm gonna have to figure out like a schedule for that. And I mean, its logo I think looks fine. I'll probably put it up in a video somewhere. But I think it looks fine. And yeah, I've been working on a lot of other stuff for the film. Like, I had this from before. I showed you, I think.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Kind of a custom CD. I think it'd be cool if I can actually get some made once I have it done and get like a certain amount made and like give them out or something.
That'd be pretty dope.
And then I made a poster recently.
Love that.
Yeah, so I'm aiming for
Productivo.
Yeah, I'm aiming for the summer of next year.
Love that.
Hopefully, because tonight I'm putting out a casting call. So, anyone that...
Is there a spot for yours truly?
I have a few spots, yeah.
Risky. Love that.
But yeah, I'm going to put out all the roles I need filled on social medias. Try and get those filled up.
Sounds like you've been being productive.
A little bit. I mean...
A little bit here and there.
Yeah. What else do you have?
Well, I actually have been really productive. You'll hear some background noise. Sorry, as I'm at the coffee shop right now. This week started off with travel, canceled flights, changing airports, and all that jazz. But amidst in between work sessions, I have been able to get my website up and running. Actually got my first order last week, which was via text instead of through my website, but that's still cool. I feel real excited about it. It's from a coworker. She ordered a set of 9 magnets. And then like 2 days ago, once I started releasing my website, I received a second order of actually 2 sets of magnets because the woman was like, it just let me keep uploading photos. So then I had to realize that I have to order 2 of them, which was a win for me. But it also was a learning moment for me to realize I like to say I'm not naturally tech savvy, so I'm still learning my way through. So making a special size. Pause, please. Through learning how to do those things. So I had to get onto my Shopify account and look up the app that was through the account and message them to ask how to limit the amount of pictures someone can upload. So it's been a really gratifying process for me because little by little I feel like it's turning into something. And it's becoming like real. So this morning I got up and created some things. I'll show you a little example. Yesterday at work, I was able to create a QR code and so like I can leave. I was actually low-key thinking about leaving these in random places and just seeing if I could get analytics to see like when people scan them and where they get them because they can stick to anything. I was like, man, even at the train or random places because you never know. That might work.
Yeah, I think like a good idea too for like a video you can do on that is like not even having to leave them around. I mean, you can obviously, but like just putting it somewhere, taking a picture of like where it is almost, and then like doing that in multiple different spots, but centering the thing in the same spot. You see what I'm saying? So like,
give me an example.
So it's almost like what I did with the quotes videos I was doing, where I had shot through all my like the at and my name in different spots. It's almost like that.
You're going to have to help me work on that then.
Yeah, I will.
I'm taking all the help where I can get it.
I think that'd be cool because, number one, the video's going to have your QR code and stuff about your thing.
Yeah.
So And also it's like kind of showing like you're not just in one place, like you're
Yeah.
all over, or you're trying to go all over, you know?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I have definitely learned to put my pride aside. I learned that real early in this process because when I was very first learning to just even get the printer working, look at
Mm-hmm.
this.
Did you want to elaborate more on like what
Let me
your
tell him that I'll
business is
call him right
doing?
back. Yeah, so basically, long story short is I really got inspired by, I guess you can say famous influencer that started a magnet business. She's been doing it for almost 15 years now, and
Oh,
I have always loved crafting. I've always loved creating things. I like personalized products, and I always loved photos. Even when you guys were little, I used to have scrapbooks galore of
yeah.
you guys, what was going on, and I just feel like I'm trying to evolve with the times, and that's not what people are doing. But I also see that there's a deficit. Like, so many people do not print photos anymore. We all have tens of thousands of them on our phone, but nobody prints them. And it almost gives me that sense of like a retro vibe of like
Mm-hmm.
magnets on your fridge, like in the 80s or something. So for me, it felt full circle. Like, wow, I can create personalized gifts for people, family members. I think of the grandmas that always want pictures of their kids, and most of the
Yeah.
time it's just a generic school photo or something, and you want pictures of people in the moment. So my goal was to learn how to use the equipment, be able to make personalized gifts for people. So it's in essence currently a photo magnet business, but I hope for it to branch out to be other things. They
Yeah.
come in sets of 9, so you can upload any image that you want. It could be like this, the same image multiple times, or it could be 9 images of your kids, your dog. I'm doing a line right now that's shots that I've gotten from up in the sky during
Oh,
flights that look pretty cool. So yeah, I'm finally feeling excited now that I've gotten to the stage where I'm actually producing magnets and seeing like the quality is great. It's really superior photo quality printer, and I'm feeling pretty excited.
yeah. I think that's cool too because it's like it's not only a picture to be held up by the magnet, but also it can be used to hold other things up. So
Yeah,
it's like a
because
two in one. I
the reality is like everybody, well, at least everybody that has kids always has random papers that are going up on
yeah.
the fridge. So, and I just, yeah, I just love the idea of it. There's so many things I could digress about, but yeah, for me, it's like filling the need of being able to do something with my hands, crafting, the opportunity to work at home, and also what I'm hoping is me starting a business. Considering there's no one else in our family that has owned their own business, I'm trying to initiate a legacy for you guys. That's, well, you're doing the same thing at the same time, which is like we can do something on our own that looks different than signing up to work every day, and it can be inspiring to us,
Yeah.
connecting with other people. So I feel like it's a win-win.
I think so. I mean, I definitely think it's gonna be something that like the little kids can look at and be like, hey, like maybe I don't have to to go work a 9 to 5 every day and be
Yeah,
miserable. Like you can be your own boss and still be successful.
right. And I one thing I really want to learn more about, maybe with you younger, bigger kids, is learning about how to even involve them so that I could add them on payroll, because I've been
Yeah.
learning so many things. Like I don't feel like I learned a lot of financial literacy growing up. It's part of it was like that wasn't something that was discussed around my mom's age. My mom didn't even have that. I don't know if she still currently has that. But when you come from growing up where it's like lower middle class and there's not excess, you can't even begin to realize what it looks like to think of something bigger or to save or to plan for the future. So maybe we can do a whole talk on that sometime, have your
Yeah.
sister in on it. But I want to be able to do that for even me to learn how to establish funds and things for the future for myself and for you guys.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of something I wanted to do with this too. Is like have multiple points I can reach out from, which is why I guess I have so many channels inside of one and so many, I guess, like sub businesses you can call them. Is like just so many different ways that I can reach people to maybe
Yeah.
help them with what they're doing or stuff like that. And I guess that's, yeah, like kind of what you have, like your website is something I want to have.
Yeah.
So like maybe not per se selling stuff, but at
Yeah.
least somewhere someone can go to learn more about what I'm doing.
I love that. And I didn't actually share with you, but you inspired me when I was creating my website, because I was very much just thinking, like, I'm just going to make a magnet website. And then I was looking at the way that you had, like, one area for many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually why I originally decided my company is called GuerraProductions Collective, because I wanted it to be a collective so that eventually all my other facets of things can branch out of it. So that came from you, really and truly. I wouldn't have known to do that before. So it allows for the space for expansion,
Yeah.
So that's why, like, even on these are like temporary ones for now, but it says magnets and more. So I don't want to just be known as a magnet business.
Right.
Like, eventually I want it to be other things. But for now, I'm focusing on that. Well,
Yeah.
I learned to grow a business as well.
I think that's good because it's like not sticking yourself to one thing or one genre or something. It's like obviously finding out that you can do more and doing that to see either what fits best or like who else you can reach. I just think with the more stuff I do or anyone does, it's like you're reaching more people and maybe they need to see that stuff.
Which is not like how I feel like other generations grew. I think of that in regards to work. Like when my mom's generation was growing up, like you got one job, you stuck to it probably your whole life, and you ideally hoped to move up within that company, but you weren't thinking about a bigger and better opportunity. And what I've seen even from your older siblings is like, yes, have a commitment to a place, but be willing to acknowledge maybe that doesn't suit you the best. And not that I'm saying don't be loyal to any company, but while you are working for other people, you still need to keep and prioritize your family, which is part of the reason that I travel and don't keep a full-time job somewhere, is because I'm trying to make better financial decisions and allow for more time. So
yeah, I think that's smart too because it's like not settling. It's like striving for more, or I guess striving for the best in what you can achieve.
But that's so different than like what I grew up or even what I felt as a young adult, like at your age. Like my first hospital, I was there. For those of you that don't know, I'm a nurse. My first hospital, I was there for 11 years. And to be quite honest, I would have been perfectly content staying there and retiring from there. But I think that some events had transpired that really caused me to leave that place. Painful, traumatizing events, but ultimately it propelled me into doing things that I feel like were great opportunities for our family, with some difficulty. Obviously, traveling takes me away from you guys, and that's very hard, but it also has afforded us to do many things that we wouldn't have had the opportunity to do. So
yeah, I mean, I can't really say much on that. I mean, obviously, like, I've lived seeing you do this. I mean, I feel like to a certain point you become used to it because it's like, even for the little kids, I feel like it's what they've known for the most. But I feel like that's, I don't know, a good thing, but like something else to look on is like, like not to stick in, Illinois your whole life. Like, like go and explore and do stuff.
But again, something I would have never grown up thinking. Like my family always all lived in Chicago. My family's small, but nobody ever moved out of state. You never thought about living in other places. It just wasn't even on your radar.
Yeah, I mean, even growing up with like, on my dad's side, that's like not something we heard much. And then like when you guys over here like brought that to us, it was like very eye-opening and stuff.
It's still like a learning curve for me because there's of course this part of me that's like, oh my gosh, I only have one sister and my parents are here. They're getting older and I don't want to leave them. But in the same token, I think sometimes we limit ourselves because we just put things in a box, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I did? But I had went to church with Joy.
Yeah.
I went to church with Joy this past week. And yesterday, actually, we did like our own mini Bible study.
Oh, okay. You didn't update me on that.
We're thinking about doing that every week, like Thursdays. And then for the days she's not here, doing it like streaming it together.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
On Sunday, so whenever she's not here on Sunday, we're gonna stream it, and then when she's here and she can go.
I love that. How do you feel about that?
I think it's good. I mean, gets me to be actually back in there, and it's something she never got to do growing up. So I think it's good now that like she really seems into it. So I think it's really good.
That's pretty cool for you to expose her to that too. I think that's eye-opening to you. About even just about. I don't know if you heard this. They've definitely said this at church before, but there's some statistic. Again, it's Do you ever think of statistics and like, who comes up with that? Where's that data from? But anyway, there's a statistic that says, like, I'm going to mess it up, but like 90%, I'll figure it out one day and give you a real number, but 90% of people that you invite to church will go. And I think like that's pretty cool because somebody's usually looking for something or wants a higher power or whatever. But then there's this percentage that's like only 3% of Christians actually invite people to church. I don't know. It's a big discrepancy like that. But when you hear it, it's like so mind blowing because it's like, wow, that's so true. And again, it's not for everybody, but there are many people that want something better, something to hope for, some way to connect with other people. And I think we don't really do it enough.
Yeah, I think that's very big too because it's like I know a lot of people even from school and stuff like that. It's like people who like believe in their own things, or even people who like have talked about church and stuff like that, but don't go. And it's like obviously you can always have more people to go. Like I think it's a good thing to reach out to people. Like maybe don't force it on them, but at least leave the door open to like, hey,
sure.
like it's always open. Like you can come. Like, and I guess that's what I tried to do too. Is like we talked about it a while ago, and she was like, well, like obviously I'd never gone and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I understand. Like, I mean, I didn't go for a little while either, but I mean, I went and it worked out for me, and it was fun and stuff. So, this past week we were like, well, we're both free Sunday morning, so like, would you want to go?
This worked up.
Yeah, and so we went, had fun and stuff. So,
love that. I'm going to pivot and say, how are you feeling for the holidays? Are you getting in the Christmas spirit?
I am. I have an advent calendar, my own, of Legos.
You do?
My own Lego one, and I've been doing it every day. Yeah, so like, I'm like one day behind or ahead though, so like I'll get done the day before Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, I mean, it's fun though.
I bought one and left it for the kids, and I wrote all of your guys' names on different days. Did you see it?
Yeah, I built the one for today.
Oh, you did? What was it?
Yeah, it was one of the Who's like in a Christmas outfit.
Oh, that's cool.
Or it almost looked like it almost looked like a Jack in the Box almost like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I mean, I'm very excited for the holidays.
I'm slightly feeling sad because I wasn't really intending to work in December. That was my goal. Even I told you guys I'll be back after Thanksgiving, but it just seemed like financially smart so that I could still take off for the holidays and get us into January and not have to figure out bills. One day this will not be the problem, son. We're going to get up-notched, okay? Yeah. We're going to get to a point where we don't have to think these things. But the reality is I'm just trying to tell myself to be patient where I'm at, to be grateful for the things that I have and the opportunities I do, because it's very easy to get in my head, as with any person, to think, I'm not there yet. When's that going to happen? Why hasn't this? I had somebody preaching recently, probably a blurb on social media, if I'm being honest, that was like, or maybe it was Bill Johnson. A little plug for Bethel, if you ever have time, just YouTube Bill Johnson sermons. You're going to get knocked over the head every time. But anyway, he basically said, I think it was him. And also I like that guy, Hyro likes Philip Anthony, somebody, the black guy from Detroit, I think it is.
Yeah.
He's awesome too as well. But anyway, some amazing man of faith said, you know, there's times when you just don't get an answer from God. You ask a question and you're like, he's not even listening. It's silent or whatever. And he was like, the silence is the answer. And I was like, dang.
So deep, yeah.
Like, honestly, simple, but deep. Because the reality is there's times where we're like waiting for God to move, waiting for something to show up. And sometimes he's just like, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
Like, and I think sometimes I even look at the areas that are a struggle or challenging in my life, things that I have not yet seen come to be. And I mean, those are things that could have taken 5, 10, 15 years. And I'm still like, I'm in it, Lord, where are you? But I've just been trying to encourage myself, like, he's not finished yet, you know?
That's why I really like enjoy like sayings like it's God's timing. Like, I think it's so easy for nowadays, like people be so eager to do things quick and like, I guess that's maybe like, I I don't know what you
This
call it.
generation too. Instant everything, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's like it's a microwave society. So like we want
Oh, okay. Look at you.
everything fast and like
Yeah.
instant. So it's like we have to be patient for stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
especially like bigger things like successful stuff and like stuff like that. Like it's not gonna come overnight. Like
But
we
society
also
wants us to believe that that's how it happens, right?
yeah, and it's like also like you have to put work into it. So like you can't
Yeah.
just think about it and be like, hey, it's like I want it to happen tomorrow, but like you obviously have to put the work behind it and do it yourself too.
I did hear somebody also recently say, like, we need to get back to a time where we're happy just showing up and working hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like hard to swallow because we do see things online that give the perception that success is overnight or instant, or like you find that one person, like the owner of my magnet, my mentor, let's just say, she's making, let's say, $500,000 a year. So of course, people in their brains are like, obviously, I could do
Right.
that. And so I had to tell myself, like, I will be successful if I do 1/5 of what she's doing.
Right.
Like, so, but it's also, you've got to talk yourself off the ledge because we all want things right away. Who doesn't want more money, more whatever, whatever,
Right.
whatever? But I think there's something beautiful in the growing of the process. Like the day that I printed my first, not even made the magnet, printed the paper and it came out right. I'm not even exaggerating. I was weeping in my apartment because I was like, oh my God, it had taken me countless hours just to get it to print right. Basically, each print sheet, because it's high quality ink, it takes like probably like 2 to 3 minutes to print one page. And
Okay.
every time when I was first printing, it was spitting it out, just like when you make a regular copy of something. And I'm like, this is not right. And it was very pixelated. And I was like, on the phone. That's when I told you early on I learned to humble myself. So I'm on the phone calling Epson printer because somebody in my class was like, if you can't get the troubleshooting to work, call the printer company. I'm online. I'm being transferred. Long story short, I'm getting annoyed with the guy. I'm not being very Christ-like. I'm getting annoyed with the guy and I'm like, sir, I've already done that, And he's like, basically in a nice way told me like, cut it out and just do what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I did what he told me, shut my mouth up, turned my pride down and said, I'm going to do it the exact way this man tells me. Worked. I said, whoa. So I just needed to learn, like, accept help when it's offered. You don't have to learn absolutely everything to be successful, and use smart tools to your advantage. The little AI guy inside of Canva, inside of Shopify, my best friends. That's where.
Yeah.
So what else with you?
Nothing really. Getting ready for Christmas and stuff.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff stashed away, trying to hide it from the kids and whatnot.
Wow, look at you. Well, you didn't tell me to send you my wish list.
I got a few things.
Wow, I love that. You don't need to get a bunch of stuff signed.
Yeah.
You're just excited too?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool the first times, right? I remember when I first started working and you felt like you had more freedom and accessibility to do stuff,
Yeah.
It's a cool feeling.
Yeah, like today I finished ordering stuff, so like I won't need to worry about stuff anymore.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Just waiting for those to come in.
Growing up. Well,
Yeah.
I love this. Hopefully we can plan something regularly. I can take a look at my schedule at least for the next 2 weeks before I'm home. And we can just pick a day that works for us.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like, at work, some guy came in, like, not even really late. Came in, like, not even 10 o'clock. And I guess, like, I can see that he felt bad for coming in later. But, like, we don't close till 11. So, like, it really wasn't that bad. But I can tell he felt bad by the way he was saying things and doing stuff. And so, like, by the end, when he was paying and whatnot, he was like, I'm really sorry for doing this to you. Like, I was the only one at the line, too, so, like, it was just me. It wasn't even that bad. It was, like, 2 entrees or whatever. And so, when I was done, he just, like, slipped me a little tip just for me, and I'm like, well, like, I appreciate that. But, like,
aww.
like, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
But, like, it's, like, it wasn't even that late and stuff like that, but, yeah.
Don't you love those little kisses?
Yeah, apparently now they have me, like, working some of the cashier stuff, too, when they don't have someone there, so, like, I'm learning new stuff.
That's cool. Your math is going to be mathing?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I honestly feel like those little moments, a lot of people don't attribute them to God, but like whenever something sweet happens like that or very intentional, I definitely feel like it's God. Like,
Yeah.
so you shared your story, I'll share mine before our time is over. I was wanting to switch apartments where I was living out here because I very much liked where I was at, but it was outside of my budget and I was living alone in a whole apartment. And so you would think that that's nice, but when you're in a town you don't know, like you just hear all these things and you're thinking, is somebody coming in my room? And then in the first weeks, I would have to like want to walk through the whole apartment to make sure somebody wasn't hiding somewhere. Your mind starts to play tricks within you. And I also wanted to save money. Excuse me one second. My nose is running. So I had been thinking about this, and I think I told you I was having a very hard week a week or two ago and just feeling disconnected and like things weren't working out. I went to a nail appointment 2 weeks ago, and the woman sitting next to me had scrubs on, so she was very chatty, started talking with me. So my nail tech is overhearing all of this. We exchanged numbers because she said she wanted to order some magnets. I'm like, oh, this is
Oh, that's
fabulous,
cool.
you know? She calls me later on at night and is like, are you looking for a room? And I said, I am looking for a room. And we get to talking, and fast forward, she's like, note to self, lives, right?
Yeah.
She said, I have a room for you. And it ended up being like such a beautiful, sweet encounter. Fast forward to, I go to stop at her place. She has a brand new house that was just built 2 months ago. And she's the only person living there. Like, there's not even furniture in her
Oh,
house.
wow.
And she takes me to the upstairs and is like, which room do you want? And I'm like, no, it's okay, you pick. And she's like, no, I want you to be happy or whatever, with her cute accent. And I'm like, you can just take for me. I'm going to be happy wherever you tell me. But like, she just welcomed me in. She gave me a rate lower than my budget.
Oh, wow.
And has been even like, I cooked you some potatoes, take them to work. She made me soup. Like, so not only is she sweet, it was better than my budget, 10 minutes closer to my job. And I've like sort of like earned a new friend here. So it just, when those things happen and people who are not believers like to like say, oh, it was a coincidence or whatever, I'm like, not that perfect, you know? And I just feel
Yeah.
like credit is due where it's due. And like, I just like to acknowledge even the little things, like your thing. This person came in, they acknowledged you, and she acknowledged me. And I just feel like I love seeing those little cosmic connections in the
Yeah.
world. It's just like dope to acknowledge it, you know?
Yeah, I think it's so good how stuff happens like that. Like for a reason, obviously. Like, what if you never
Yeah.
went in to do your nails? Like,
Right. Or like how likely, oh, I didn't even get to add this in. How likely was it that the girl next to me was in healthcare? And this is how I know. This is how that I know it was God. She not only works in healthcare, she would ask me, what floor do I work on? I said, oh, I work labor. She said, me too. And she had previously worked in the hospital I'm working in.
oh, wow.
Done. And the reality is she was just a tool that God used. Like, I had minimal conversation with her, but it wasn't even about that. It was the way that it all connected back to the lady overhearing that I needed a room. Like, what if we had not discussed that? We could have discussed
Right.
anything else. And it just, the way things line up goes back to when you said his timing, because it's like when it's perfect, it's flawless and it's effortless, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't have conjured that up myself.
Yeah. Like it's like stuff like you can't write that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you can't make it happen from you thinking stuff like that. Like,
Right. You can't be like, maybe I'll just talk about how much of a room I need,
right.
and
Like,
somebody will overhear
I'll
me.
just talk out loud and be like, oh, I'm looking for a new room.
Right.
Like,
So I do acknowledge those things. Those are things that build my faith because he wants us to remember, I've done it in the past and it wasn't too hard. Like, why could I not do it again? You know?
yeah.
So that's all I got.
Alrighty. Well, is there any last advice you want to give to the people?
My advice for this week's episode is think less of yourself and more of who put you there. And be optimistic even when you can't see the end goal if you believe it's supposed to happen that way.
I like that.
Are those your little people?
I like it.
Who do I hear in the background?
Yeah, someone.
Love it. Okay, what's your last ending thoughts?
Thank you for talking, finding the time to talk.
Of course, I enjoyed it.
So yeah, hopefully we'll find a time to do it next week, and
Love
yeah,
that.
I'll figure out when this is going up. All of the links for your stuff is going to be down in the description.
Cool.
Everything I've talked about as well, and then yeah, I'm going to be posting this on other places too. So
I love that. And at some point in time, I have a special request that we can have a conference call with all of the big kids. I think I would just love
okay,
to see where that takes
yeah,
itself.
I think that'd be cool. So I can try to fix that. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Take care.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Love ya.
Love you.
Bye.